almost hidden among the rugged hills and valleys of northern Uganda. There's a place so remote, its beauty has gone almost unnoticed. Here, a small group of people struggle to survive and preserve their culture. While nearby, there's an effort to reverse the disastrous effects that decades of unrest and poaching have had on the wildlife population. But there is hope here. Welcome to Uganda. Welcome to Inside Africa. Our destination for this journey is isolated. This small plain will be by far the easiest way to reach it. It takes us about 2 hours to fly from Kampala to the Kidepo National Park. That same trip by car takes 12 hours on variable roads. From the air, we can see the vast, untouched wilderness of this area, near the borders of Uganda, South Sudan and Kenya. And shortly after landing, we're treated to the first of many stunning sunsets. We begin early the next morning, on the edge of the Kidepo National Park. This truck takes us on a dirt road to the foothills of Morungol. Here, we meet our guides, who will take us up the mountain to remote villages where one of the smallest ethnic groups in Africa lives, a people called the Ik. The Ik leaders estimate there are about 11,000 Ik people, living in small villages of several hundred people each.
The name of this village is called Palakan.
Our guide Hilary Lokwang is one of the relatively few Ik who speak English.
Our lifestyle, the way you see, it's different from other communities. It's just very unique, even in terms of culture. Even the way we talk, it's different. Just because we have been living in an isolation, we have not been with other communities.
In fact, they've spent much of their history on the move, according to tribal legend. The Ik lived in Ethiopia hundreds of years ago. They migrated first to Kenya and then to northern Uganda, settling in the Kidepo Valley. But in the 1950s, their home was designated as part of the Kidepo Valley National Park, so they moved again to Mount Morungol, just outside of the national park. The Ik are traditionally hunters and gatherers, but because they can no longer hunt in the park, and because of cattle raids by rival tribes, the Ik now largely rely on subsistence farming. Maize is their staple crop. Rival tribes continue to pose a threat to the Ik, which is why they build large walls with secret exits around their villages. Life is largely the same as it always has been for the Ik. Family life includes polygamy and little education for children.
So what is also very unique with the Ik don't have friends among themselves. They behave like they are all related. They are not friends, but they behave as if they are related, all of them.
We continue traveling up the mountainside to another Ik village. The Ik are welcoming to visitors, and we stay as the sun goes down. That's when we meet this woman, preparing a dish of maize and water. We ask who she's making the food for.
She's making it for family members.
And the family will eat in the traditional Ik way.
First, when they serve food, they first serve for men. Then they now give for children. And then the balance remains for the rest of the household.
If there's not food enough, the women do not eat. The Ik go to sleep after the meal, and head to their fields first thing in the morning. When we wake up, we go to meet one of the village elders.
This mountain has helped us, and right now we are secure, because when you're on top of the mountain, you can see someone coming at a far distance.
This elder says the Ik culture must be preserved, and the key to that is maintaining the Ik language, which no rival tribes understand.
Our language is very unique. We only understand our language, and for others, they don't understand our language.
There is an outside effort to understand and preserve the Ik language. To find out more, we leave the village and head back down the mountain. From there, we drive 2 hours on hilly dirt roads until we get to the home of an American linguist. Terrell Schrock is working with 3 generations of Ik, trying to learn the language and create a comprehensive English-Ik dictionary. He's already written a grammar for the language.
Ik has implosives and ejectives, which are totally foreign to Europeans. Implosives are made by sucking air in, like bah and da. And ejectives are made by popping air out from your voice box, like ka and sa. Oh.
He's found evidence in the language that supports the Ik legend that the Ik people are from Ethiopia. He's also found evidence that links their unique language to people as far away as southern Egypt,
which suggests a borrowing situation between those ancient languages and could even point to older stages, to older ancestral languages that we really don't have a lot of information about.
Schrock hopes the Ugandan government will provide funding so Ik can be taught in schools. Otherwise, he's not sure the language will survive, especially as the Ik population shrinks.
It's like a museum. It's a storehouse of information, of historical information, cultural information, ecological information. When a language like that dies, you could liken it to maybe like a library burning down. You know, losing a window into the past that will never appear again in the future and can never be recovered.
Coming up, we head into the Kidepo Valley National Park as park leaders try to save and rebuild the wildlife population.